which is character education in schools. I hope, are you able to see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
So character education says that good character is caught and not only taught. So character education is something that we need to inculcate in the students, in the lives of each and every human being. Character is something which is depicted, which is being shown by people when they look at the person in front of them. So the moment the person starts speaking, or the moment that the conversation starts, it actually depicts that how you are showcasing your character, what your character trait is. So today's topic is character education in schools. So we will be focusing on that, how we can nurture the young generation, the generation of today, especially after the pandemic, the post-pandemic generation, that we need to inculcate, we need to start a character education curriculum, and how we can make them realize that before academics or before anything else, what comes in life is their character building. So character means disposition, or we can equate it with the habit. How exactly you are, that is your character. So there is a tie with confidence. So when you speak to someone, that it actually shows that how much confident you are, how well defined you are as a person, even equated with morality. Not only that how you are speaking or the manner in which you are speaking, but also with what morale you are speaking, how much morality you have, how much ethics you have. So it is, according to psychologists, the character is a system of beliefs and customs that exist in a person who directs the act. And what your acts are, your acts can be like, as you can see in the figure, that can be respect, honesty, responsibility, kindness, or integrity. So what is it that you are showing off? What is it that you are depicting? That actually defines your character. What is it that you are equating to? What is it that you are depicting to? That is basically your character. Now, character education, when it comes to school, it is not something new. It is something that schools are already into the process of building up the character of the child or whosoever gets admission. So school teachers does not never discriminate that we need to teach good habits to this child and not to this one. So how teachers or educators inculcate good habits and make them the virtuous citizens, the citizens who are responsible for giving back something to the society, starting from the bus driver, that the child, when traveling in the bus, if while boarding the bus, as soon as the child boards the bus, if he's greeting the bus driver, that means it is a gesture that the child is showing, and that is inculcated in him or her, that that greeting the bus driver, even if whatever kind of job he is doing is of utmost importance. Then to the compartment of the cafeteria workers, the secretary, the teachers, the principals, the peer group of the children. So whatever is happening in the child life, to whomsoever he or she is meeting, that actually, and the moment when the child is speaking to that person, and that actually defines that how the school's mission and the motto and traditions, and along with all this, what is it that the child is learning with the family? What is it that the parents are giving to the child? Okay, so character education is depicted in each and every act. It is not only when that you are showing in a particular meeting, or you are showing in your workplace or in your family. Character education is something that gets reflected. Character is something that gets reflected at each and every point of your daily life. When we speak of schools, basically, school is a place where the child learns the character traits. The character traits are friendship, acceptance, compassion, honesty, responsibility, self-discipline, generosity, okay, thankfulness. So these are like what is it that the child is depicting to? What are his or her moral or civic values? The mannerism, the behavioral pattern, how the child is representing, how the child is showing, is the child is open to discussion, is the child responsible to carry out the duties that are assigned to him, is the child giving showing a positive attitude, is the child caring, is the child compassionate, is he showing self discipline, he or she is showing self discipline and responsible enough to take on the duties, is the child generous to behave in the manner. So what are the behavioral patterns? So when we speak of character education in schools, each and every person that who is there has the responsibility that he has to take care of the character education, the character building of the student or the pupil. What alongside is more important is that these traits cannot be forcefully given to a child. These traits are something that the child, the person to whom the character traits are being defined to, that person must also have the capacity or the honesty to take them very seriously. It is like we cannot force somebody to respect someone. We need to make them understand that there is a respect for the position, there is a respect for regarding the age, regarding the position that the person is holding, or even if not the position, then also the one who is elder to you needs to get respect, because it is something that that person has given to the society. And once you inculcate that habit, okay, to respect a person, or to take the responsibility of carrying out a task for somebody else, or to help somebody else, or to show some inspiring, or to encourage somebody by giving some inspiring words, that basically takes you to that level that will show that how your character is being built up in your family and in your school. So why is character education so important at school level? It is not like that it was not important earlier and now character education is given an importance. From the very beginning, since the education system has started, has been established, character education is always given utmost important, right from junior classes to senior classes. It is something that, what is it that we need to mold a child into, how the child must behave as an individual, be it in the school or be it in the family. So first thing that comes are ethical values that develop the good behavioral pattern in an individual. What are ethical values? How we can develop the behavioral pattern? That is only by making them understand that cooperation is one ethical values, that respecting your peer child or the peer group persons is one ethical value. You cannot disrespect anyone, you cannot disregard anyone. Okay, then comes moral values, that how the children realize and fulfill their social and virtuous responsibility. It is not something that, it is not like that everything has to be done for me. The child has to take care of this, that I have to fulfill some social responsibilities also. Coming to a particular age, the child needs to fulfill his or her social responsibilities. What is it that you can give back to the society? If you have taken so much, we have the at till a particular age we take so much from the society, but what is it that we are giving back to the society? That actually, when you realize, that means you are depicting your social traits. Then how to generate a positive attitude, that that if somebody is feeling low, if somebody is not in a condition to take up some task, or we are, then we must encourage that person, that we must go for this, that we need to go for this particular task. Also, character education teaches an individuals to respect other cultures and traditions. The students at school level, we hold student exchange programs. So what is the purpose of having a student exchange program? That the children of different traditions, the different cultures, they come across each other, they get to know about each other, the culture, their tradition, their language, about the type of food they eat, the type of the festivals they celebrate, the manner in which the festivals are celebrated, what is the importance of that, of each and every festival. So what is it that we need to respect, we need to make them understand, is that they need to respect the culture and tradition of each other. So this also comes under character education. then existence of respecting the existence of all the life forms present on the surface of the earth. Each and every living form has some meaning on the of being on this planet. So what is it that we need to, do we need to respect each and every living organism? That also comes under character education. So, and then getting aware about your own negative habits. Like, how do I need not take up this particular task? Why should I not bully? Why should I not conduct any other malicious activity? Why should I not get into speaking something bad or anything bad, or that somebody else can get hurt? So what is it that my personal trait is making me portray, that basically defines that how well your character education is being defined, how well your teachers, your parents, and your peer group has worked upon you, and you have accepted that for all those essential values that must recognize you as a good human being. So why character education? It helps students to flourish in all areas of their lives, not only in the family, not only in their workplace, not only in their society, but everywhere they go. It is basically the first thing by which a person is identifies his or her character, by how well-rounded a person is there, how the person is respecting the peer group, how they are showing their good character. It is like how teachers can inculcate these habits into the students, that they flourish in all arenas of their life. So character education enables students to consider right and wrong. They must get the the position, they must get the power, that they must understand that what is right and what is wrong. They must have the decision making power, that what are the after effects, what are the impacts of getting into taking the decision this way or that way. Make informed decisions. The students must have the wiseness, they must be wise enough to take the decisions. They must exercise empathy. Empathy is something that we cannot teach like this. Empathy is something that needs to be understood. Empathy is something that needs to be taken care of. And then finally, the students need to reflect on their thoughts as well as their actions. What is it that they're thinking? Because whatever they think, they will get converted, that same will be converted into an action. If the students are in a rage, they will definitely take some actions which will not go along with the policy of the school, or which will not depict a good, which will disturb the harmony of the organization. So it is like, what is their thought? What is the thought process that is going on? Are they on the positive direction they are thinking, and they are taking the decisions that way, and they are taking the actions that way, or they are taking the decisions and actions based on their thoughts which are not very positive? Using these skills, students will be able to decide how they belong to a community, not only in the school, but also in their home and the society. And then finally, they will understand that I have taken so much from the society. What is it that I can give back? So it comes to the teachers also, it comes to the parents also, that when the child is back after school, when the school is over, that communication channel must not stop. We must all the time, we must build the character of the student, so that the student is able to build upon his or her success. The student, we need to introspect the child with these questions, like some of them are framed here. Did you show respect to your teachers today? How did you make today good for others? What character trait did you succeed at today? What did you accomplish in math, reading, or writing? What was the success of yours today? How did you show a positive attitude today? So the child must know that he has to be kind, he has to be caring, he has to be cooperative, he has to be honest, he has to be responsible, he has to be respectful. Okay, so what is it that what he has to show perseverance. So what is it that I need to, that the child must get this thought process on his or her own, that how the child must think about all this, that how I am showing my character. What is it that the teachers are looking for me? What is it that my parents are looking for me? What is it that my friends are looking forward to me? Okay, so it is basically those basic characters which actually decides the major building block of the life. 5 ways to build your character. We need to ponder upon these 5 ways. First thing is, be humble. Humility is the beginning of wisdom. So we must be humble at all the times. Maybe in the person in front of us may not be may not be in the same mode or in the same tone on which we are. Okay, but then also we need to be patient enough to listen to the person and to open the ways to new dialogues. Live out your principles and values. So principles and values once laid down will stay with the person for lifetime. Okay, so it is basically that how you are following your principles and values, what morals, what ethics you are there. Be intentional. We all have to be intentional about filling our minds with good thoughts. What is the intention? Finally, what is it that I want to do? What is it that I want to achieve? We need to make the children understand that what your intention is finally what matters. Practice self-discipline. If you are not self-disciplined, you will not see anything good in the society. Self-discipline is something which will make you a good human being. And you have to you will be able to take the ability that what is right or what is easy. Be accountable. Take the ownership of whatever you are doing. Okay, what is it that I am responsible for? That is what is meant by being accountable. So these are the 5 ways to build the character. Now to depict this, I am here to with a short video that I can play, and it will elaborate more upon the 6 pillars of character. So this simple video gives so much of insight on the topic, that why character education is playing a major role in building the personality of the child or the students there who are there in the school. Now, continuing with this, the government has also started focusing on character building. So at school level, recently there was this news that the Chief Minister of West Bengal, Ms. Mamata Banerjee, has stressed upon the inclusion of moral character building on as part of school syllabus. So I'm just sharing the link for as a snapshot. So addressing the Teachers' Day function to facilitate teachers, Chief Minister asked State Education Minister to take necessary steps about framing the syllabus and find out what could be taught under this subject. Topics on preaching of great men like Swami Vivekananda should be taught to students in school. So people think that it is the great leaders, the great thinkers, the great philosophers which were there, whatever they spoke, whatever they shared, it is only for the time when we are listening to them. But it is not like that. It is something that we need to inculcate. And for every child, there must be a mentor who is there to guide the student on the right path. It is basically that how the child can inculcate all these habits, all these traits of character building, of honesty, responsibility, perseverance, courage, compassion, and taking the right decisions at the right time, respecting each other. So at school level also, especially after the pandemic, which has done a lot of, after which we would, the post pandemic era, when we are as teachers, we are looking at, it is a major shift in the behavior pattern of the child, and not only the children but also the faculty members also. So what is it that we need to really focus upon along with academics? This is one important topic which needs to be taken care of. So, rethinking education after the pandemic, we need to generate a new, compelling philosophy of education and an innovative architecture. We must refocus our energy on building the foundation that we must work on the paradigm of physical, mental, and emotional well-being for the students and staff. Okay, so it is basically that how we must foster all these or inculcate these habits within the child, that when educating our children in the new era of the post pandemic education, what is it that we need to focus on? So we must refocus our energy. I have highlighted these words, that refocus our energy on building the foundation. There is a lot of huge gap that has come over after the pandemic, and we really need to focus on the physical, mental, and emotional well-being of a child from the grade KG to grade 12. So it is not something which is easy for teachers also to handle. It really needs a lot of effort. It really needs a lot of time. But there is nothing which is impossible. Everything can be taken care of. Everything can be shared upon. So it is basically the time when we really need to design the curriculums. The schools need to design the curriculum, that how character education can be inculcated along with the academic process that is happening, along with all the subjects, the skill education subjects, the academic subjects. Along with all this, how we can work upon building the strong character for the child, by the along with this current education system. So I'll quote one quotation from Martin Luther King Jr. He quoted this: intelligence plus character, that is the goal of true education. So if we are only providing academics, if we are only focusing on academics, that means we are making the child intelligent. But what about the character? Are we really looking into the character building of that child? So if that is the case, then only we can say that yes, if I have made the child, as a teacher, if I can say that I have inculcated the basic moral values in this children, in this child's life, that means I have done my task very justifiably. Okay, so it should be at the very core heart of character building, that we must focus on working on building a holistic character of each and every child. Of As an educator, we have the responsibility. Educators mainly have the responsibility, and the first educator of the child being parents, they also have a huge responsibility, that how they focus on building the character of the child in front of them. So it is basically this, that we need to think upon, that how we can achieve this task, to create a humanistic society. Because above anything else, we are humans. The goal of being human is to be happy. And once, if we are not following the character traits, then we cannot say that we are truly happy. So along with education, we have to work upon building the character of the society as a whole.
Thank you, Ms. Shrivastava. We have some questions lined up. Would you like to take them, ma'am?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and I'm happy to know that Honorable Chief Minister is concentrating on character of students in education, and which she considers it as the most important thing. So, having said that, the first question goes like this: how does teaching character affect school discipline?
So it is basically that when we speak of character building with the students, it is like initially it will be a struggling task for the teachers, for the faculty members. Because the students, they will think that it is something that everybody speaks up. So but how we gradually, with every single step, we make them understand that why character building is so important in their life. Like if we look at the current education system, we have no character building curriculum. We have no curriculum inculcated within the education system till the school level. But as soon as the child comes to for higher education, they have they put a lot of emphasis on soft skills. And soft skills is not teaching them only that how to improve yourself, how to be a good, to a better professional in their professional life after they get a job, but it is basically focusing on building their character also.
Right.
So character building into education is something that we need, that the government again has to work upon it. And educators have a responsibility that they need to put up their suggestions in a very strong manner, that it must reach to the right authorities.
Right, ma'am. I agree too. Ma'am, can you stop sharing your screen and maximize your camera so that like you are clearly visible?
Okay.
Thank you. Yes. So the second question is related to the first one only. How soon should character be taught in schools, ma'am?
Character building is something which starts as soon as the child develops intelligence. Intelligence means as soon as the child starts understanding that, okay, she is the mother, she is the father, she is my grandfather. So when the from the very beginning, the parents start speaking up that you need to respect your grandparents, you need to respect your siblings, okay, the elder siblings. So it is basically that in the school, when the child comes to the school, the first thing that is taught is that you need to wish your teachers. So there is no defined age of starting character building. It is basically that as soon as the child grows up, and as soon as the child develops the understanding that he has grown into a pupil, then the child is and from that same time only, from that particular age only, the child needs to be get involved with this affair of character building.
Right. So in your view, what is a true child-centered environment?
Child-centered environment is like whatever actions we are taking, being elders, as an educator, what the teacher is doing, as parents, what parents are doing. So it is basically, we must speak up in, we must focus on that, what is the effect of this action of mine on the child's mind. How is it going to affect? If, like, suppose at home the parents are speaking amongst each other and they are not using respectable words, then the child will also speak in the same manner. If if the faculty members are speaking in front of the child and they are speaking in a very casual manner, the child will never be able to respect. If the teacher, if any one of them is not showing is not greeting the other person, like maybe good morning or good afternoon, whatever, according to the time, so the child will also not able to understand, okay, so when we meet from somebody for the first time, we need to wish the person. So your behavior makes a lot of impact on the child's mind, and the child grasp it. The child grasps what he or she sees in the beginning and at the first instance.
Right. So like basically you need to, as a parent also, we need to work on building the character of the child. Actually,
Right.
we are the first teachers. So as you said that, why are some character education programs ineffective? What do you think?
It all comes on the implementation. The people who are involved in the implementation of the character education programs, are they taking from the very first day, is the program being taken up or started on a positive note? Or, like, suppose something comes to a school and it is being given to the faculty members that we have to carry on with this program of character building, and the teachers are like, we have so much of work to do, along with this we have to do this. But then first the teachers needs to be trained. They need to be trained that what is the importance of initiating this program, why is this program so important. So like in some of the schools which I know, they are, after the pandemic, when the schools reopened, they did not start with the academics instantly. They first understood, they just gave free time to the children and analyze their behavior. What is it that has changed in them? And then depending on, and then the whole study is being done. After studying their behavior pattern, then the moral values classes are started, and gradually they came up they came up with the academic part, that now we are ready, that we have understood that what is the mental state of our children, and how, from where we need to start, how we need to deal with them. So it is basically the tone with which you are starting the program, and that needs to be carried up for each and every person. It is not a one man task that one man can build the character for each and every child. It depends, it is the responsibility of each member of the family, it is the responsibility of each faculty member in the school, it is the responsibility of the peer groups with which the child is sitting. Each and every one has the responsibility towards each other to build their character.
Right, ma'am. As a nation, we should work
Yeah.
towards it together. Right.
Yeah.
So, what are the 4 keys for successful schools?
The first key for a school to be successful is that there must be respect for each and everyone. Not only a respect in the for the position that the person is holding, but the respect for that human life, that life in front of you. You have to be respectful, you cannot disregard anyone, because everybody that is there in front of you has got some inner traits which you need to respect to. That if we understand this very basic concept, that we are not authorized to malice the dignity of the person in front of us. That is the first thing. So when we are respecting the person in front of us and everybody understands this, then definitely the cases for bullying and disrespect and all these will be majorly be controlled. Then secondly, the schools can focus on the mental well-being of their faculty members and the students as well. So what is it that we need to do for the faculty members? What is it that we need to do for the students? So we need to, everybody get heard. So we need to listen to them. We really need to listen to them. What is it actually they want to perceive? What is it actually they want to reach up to? So the school management needs to look up to the teachers and the faculty members as well as the students. Thirdly, we must focus on what our actions are. What is it that we are focusing on? What is our that looking at the foresightedness? What is it that we are looking forward to? What is the final goal we want to achieve? Finally, we just want the day to start with a bell and then to end with a bell, and in between whatever happened, that was supposed to be happened. What one attitude can be this, or the other one can be, what is it that my school achieved today? What is it that was I able to help someone who was not ready to take up a task? Was I able to encourage some student to initiate whatever has happened, that is done, but to initiate from the beginning, from now onwards, if that this is the current time that we can take up the step. So if the schools as whole focus on these major factors, then definitely every educational institute will become a grooming place for the children to blossom.
Right, ma'am. So, thanks for the valuable information. Last question, but not the least, the audience wants to know about your education and career background, ma'am.
I am a computer science educator with 22 years of teaching experience. I have done graduation in computer science and then MCA and BA. And I really like to speak on topics like character education. I really focus on how we can work upon improving the mental well-being of the students, because especially the students, those when they have come to the school after the pandemic era, it is really a big challenge for the schools to identify their mental well-being, their mental status, and then to work upon and to focus upon that how we can make them into a better human being. Okay, alongside I am more dealing on a large scale. I'm dealing with the technology. I am a part of Google Educators Group. I am a Google certified educator. I am a Microsoft certified educator, Microsoft innovative educator expert for 2 years consecutively. So it is like when we get this wisdom that it is not only my growth which matters, but the growth of the person in front of me, that also that person also has the right to grow, the right to be cherished in life, then the right to be happy, then actually it is what something which gives me satisfaction. That if my co-faculty member or if my student is growing alongside me, with me, alongside me, then it is something best that I can contribute as a human being in this life.
Great thoughts, ma'am. School Journal of Education and schoolreformer.com, thank you for the talk and for patiently answering all the questions. We also thank the audience for participating in the event, and we'll end the meeting today, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you so much.